Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Seaborn. In this lesson, we will explore Seaborn, a powerful Python library for visualizing data. You will learn how to load built-in datasets, create beautiful charts, and uncover patterns with simple code. No prior experience needed. Let us get started. Running the cell now. First, we will prepare our Python environment. We are getting ready by importing needed tools. This turns off warning messages that can distract us. We will not see unnecessary warning texts. Seaborn helps us make easy, beautiful charts. Pandas helps us work with tables of data. Matplotlib lets us show plots and graphs. With these imports, we are ready to begin exploring and visualizing data. Running the cell now. Try it out. If you get an error, check your spelling. What is Seaborn? Seaborn is a library in Python designed to make data visualization simple and attractive. It works well with Pandas data frames, which are tables of rows and columns. With just a few lines of code, you can see patterns in your data. Running the cell now. Seaborn comes with some built-in datasets we can use right away. We will look at a list of datasets included in Seaborn. This prints the available names for quick use. Running the cell now. Practice, can you spot a dataset about flights or tips? Now let us pick the flights dataset, which tracks airline passengers over time. We are loading the flights dataset from Seaborn. This brings the data into our notebook as a data frame. To preview what it looks like, we show the first 5 rows. You will see columns for year, month, and passenger numbers. Running the cell now. What other details can you guess from these columns? Reading the flights table. Each row in the table shows a month and year, along with the number of airline passengers. This is a small time series, which means it shows numbers changing over time. Next, we will look at the size and a simple preview. Running the cell now. Here, let us learn about our dataset structure. We check how many rows and columns the flights dataset has. This prints the totals. Rows are examples, columns are features. We print general info too. This displays types and non-empty counts for each column. Running the cell now. Try viewing shape and info for other datasets you load. Now we will make a simple line chart. This helps us see general trends over the years. We start a big figure to fit our plot. Using Seaborn, we make a line chart that shows how passengers change each year. X-axis is the year. Y-axis is passengers carried. The chart gets a helpful title. Finally, we show the plot so you can see it. Running the cell now. What patterns do you notice in this line chart? Exploring variables. The flights dataset has 3 columns: year, month, and passengers. Year and month tell us when. Passengers is a number count. Understanding variables helps us choose visualizations. Running the cell now. Let us look at the months included and how often each appears. We print out all the unique month names in the data. Next, we count how many times each month appears. This shows how the data covers the calendar. Running the cell now. Which month do you think is busiest for flights? Now, we will zoom in on 1 year and see the monthly details. We take the data for the year 1950 only. Using Seaborn, we make a bar chart for months and passenger numbers. The chart uses the month as the label at the bottom. It gets a title to help us remember what year we are viewing. The plot appears below. Running the cell now. Try changing the year and see if the pattern is different. Let us look for patterns by using a heat map. It is like a colored grid. We reshape the data so months are rows, years are columns, and values are passengers. Now we use .heatmap to show the numbers as shades of color. Cooler colors mean fewer passengers, warmer colors show more. We add a title to remember what we are showing. Finally, we show the grid so you can spot changes over time. Running the cell now. Which month and year stand out as the busiest? Data is not always perfect. Let us see if any pieces are missing. We check for missing values in each column. Each number tells how many blank spots there are for a column. Running the cell now. If there were missing values, could you guess why? Understanding passenger numbers helps us know the range and averages. We use the .describe method to get quick stats, count, average, minute, and maximum. Running the cell now. Can you find the smallest and largest amount of passengers? Let us look for months when travel was unusually high. We create a new table, only keeping rows with more than 400 passengers. Let us print the first few to see what we found. Running the cell now. Feel free to change the number to filter for less busy months. Combining data. You can join or combine datasets if you want to add new information. For example, you could add a new column for holidays or special events. Let us see a small example next. Running the cell now. Let us create a column that says if a month is in summer. We add a new column named is_summer. It will be true for June, July, August, and false for other months. Let us view the result for 1 year. Running the cell now. Try making your own column for winter or holidays. Let us do a mini project, highlight summer only. This helps us focus on a certain part of the year. We filter out the data to keep only summer months. We use a line plot to see how summer travel grows over the years. Setting CI equals none turns off the shaded area. We title this plot to be clear. Take a look at the trend. Running the cell now. Practice, could you make a plot for winter months too? Sometimes you want to save your charts for sharing or reports. We set up the plot like before. Drawing the line for passengers versus year again. Giving the chart a clear title. Now, we save the figure to a PNG file instead of just showing it. Closing the plot makes sure memory is tidy. Running the cell now. Saving charts lets you use them in slides or emails. Mistakes are normal. Here is how a typo can look and how Python shows errors. We intentionally add a typo in the column name. Python will try to plot, but it will not find the column. We catch the error so the program keeps running. When an error happens, the message will show up below. Running the cell now. If you see errors, check your spelling and column names closely. We can ask the user to type a year and view monthly data for that year. Here is a way to let you decide which year to chart. The input box pops up for you to enter a year. Your answer filters the data to only that year. We make a bar plot of passengers per month. The title shows your chosen year. The new plot appears below. Running the cell now. Try it a few times with different years to compare patterns. Recap and practice. You have learned how to use Seaborn to work with built-in datasets, make line and bar charts, and find data patterns. Try exploring other datasets in Seaborn. Change filters and create your own plots. Visualization helps you see stories in data more clearly. Running the cell now. Practice, make your own chart with a different Seaborn dataset. Thanks for learning with us. If you enjoyed this lesson, hit like and subscribe for more Python tips and tutorials. Happy coding and keep exploring data with Seaborn. See you next time. Running the cell now. Want more? Click subscribe and like to get notified for future lessons.